And back to the you're going transgender, hate mail, homosexual, atheistic mail, basically me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt. I response to comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. Let's continue on here with my heckler and some others being angry that I'm right and they're wrong. Let's go. And I say feelings do not categorize to science, but altering what the natural does. That's why they don't so body parts on the things or take them off. This is part of an experiment to see what would happen when they alter the natural order. That makes me wonder why doctors and psychologists are so eager to tell people that they are trans and need reassignment surgery. Definitely experimentation going on there. Next. You really do not make any sense. I think you know this. Makes no sense to me because I'm not thinking, straight, obviously. I say, you have helped me see that people that believe they are trans are being experimented on by psychotic doctors and other medical professionals. This is yet another reason why people should not transition. Here's what I got, yeah. What if those doctors aren't actually experimenting on anyone at all? Other than the fact that they pumping stuff that doesn't belong in a male into a male, or pumping stuff that doesn't belong in a female into a female, or mutilating their bodies, mutilating their bodies. See what happens then. That sounds pretty experimental. Okay. I said, why would they go against the natural order? And someone's like, yeah, so call them she's. I got no reply on that. Because, of course, they're going against the natural order. Continue on. Oh, so evil character's name Dysphoria. So is my heckler. Let me guess. They're trans and God's angry with them, and that's why they're a villain. If not, consider making that their backstory, because it would at least make your comment a slight bit more interesting, to me. And I say, actually, that thing is a physical manifestation of fear in a bad disguise. And when it went Super Saiyan, it blew the fake nose and glasses off. They're friends later. Let's go. So many books of this other bullcrap, bullcrap. My gosh, you actually turned this into a trans thing? Latest plot twist ever. Actually, I was like, it's always about transgenderism. Well, this comic is stupid because they say it's stupid. And they're acting like, ranting on transgender is going to do something. XD. Let's say, how is this stupid? Like, one, the art is bad. Two, you're targeting transgender people for literally no reason other than the fact that they're going against the ways of God. Lying about the radical sex. Well, the other people don't lie too. Next. Offensive and awful to somebody. Well, JK, that's an amazing comic. I say, whew, you had me go in there a second there. Like, best joke ever. It's clearly bad comics, says my heckler. And I say, only to those who hate what I hear us say. Next. Wolf was learned to deal with grown-up stuff, like how there will always be people who hate on you. Doesn't mean I can't make fun of the hate. Just wait till I finish figuring out how these guys are going to fight. You'll see some real fun stuff. Heckler says, I've also must learn to deal with grown-up stuff, including the fact that transgender people exist through lies and won't stop existing because, lol, God said you're all sinners, go to hell, lol. And I did not ever say that. I never said that. I said that people that believe they're transgender are saying that God made a mistake, and that is wrong. And all of people think that. Well, if those ones think that the body they were born in was a mistake, yeah, just be careful. Think that the body they were born in was a mistake, then they are wrong. No answer to that. And someone said, you're grown, but stop picking on innocent people that are not innocent. Get a hobby. By the way, you're blocked. Enjoy. Smiley face. So you can't hate on my comic anymore? Like, no. Go on. I have finished his or her moveset. They attack with their fingers, so you get the silly tiger kung fu style. This is one of my sprite sheets I am working on to make the end of my Dysphoria Fear comic. More coming eventually, so stay tuned. Like, the heck is this even? Oh, my sprite sheet. One second. Hold on. Pause. All right, back. Let's continue on here. Got some coffee. Let's go. Let's see here. So I did, this is a comment on my, a sprite sheet I made of the online hater monsters that basically henchmen that work with the dysphoria / fear. In the dysphoria is fear comic. I figured out how to do it. It took a while to do it, but I figured it out. I'm going to make it into my story for comic. The more will come eventually, so stay tuned. So my heckler says, the heck is this even? And I say, my way of figuring out how this monster from a comic fights. And I'll make movie characters, so this one day too. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Perhaps I will, because that would be fun. Let's go. You're writing his other crap, says heckler. I say, well, every writers are somewhere, like has. That was accidental. That was J and H are next to each other on the keyboard. So I put J instead of H. Has. I'm like, thanks. I hit the wrong button. Legitimate. Dude, of course, is trying to find anything he can to discredit me because he doesn't have any truth. So he said, you don't even know what you're doing. This is just being whatever nonsense. Simply running around with your empty skull at the moment on a poorly drawn comic. It's clearly a comic. Clearly is an actual comic. There's no need to quote comic. that nobody will look at, other than all the people that looked at it. We're effing sad. And what, you like 20, 30, like 30 something is about right? I don't know, 40 something, of course. Geez. No, cost like nothing costs even me. Do you have a job of any sort? Like, do you have a job? Says my sort of defender. And the person says, yep, do you? Accident incident. I know you don't. Yes, I do. Says person. Mowing the lawn for your neighbors and wasting time being a bigot isn't a job, kiddo. Like, I'm not even a kid. And going around being a drag queen isn't a job. What the heck does it mean? They'll go, yeah, another one of those. What the heck does it even mean? It's so bad, lol. Laugh to you cry emojis. And someone says, certainly it was the hero's arc. Like, Kenny, is it not? Link to Christian art, picture, about the Christian picture. The good is the hero's work is like Kenny, is it not XDX3? I gotta have something. Again, I gotta have something. Grasping at straws, Compare him to someone psychotic, he ain't psychotic, but I compare him to someone who is, someone emoji, I know, right? Devil emoji, and the only fan, he's only watching you because he's a transphobe. He doesn't seem to care about heroes art at all, XD. Of course, laughing to you cry emoji. I often wonder why transphobes are so incredibly predictable, but they don't realize it's because the intelligence will make people ridiculously clever. These guys, though, completely like intelligence because I say they do. Ignore the fact that they keep on showing me the scientific evidence that proves what I'm doing is wrong. Biologists that show that what they're, according to their religion, is what I'm doing is wrong. Ignore all that because that makes the me look wrong. Ignore that. Yeah. The Redditor lifestyle is all about ignoring things. So ignore it. Thank you. These guys are really like intelligence. That's there. Predictable as tomorrow's weather. X, colon D. Someone says, lol, the hate tries to substitute for the brain cells lost. X, laughing to cry emoji send fire. It's like I say, it's the final fight scene in the story. I'm showing off my hero skills. It's like, sure, by showing off their skill. Like, yeah. You're showing off their skills by showing off their skills. It's like, yeah, next. Someone said dysphoria is distress and discomfort, not fear. Though the distress and discomfort is fear does. So actually, it's fear. Hello. I say fear makes people distressed and uncomfortable. It's like I never heard of afraid of the genitals, other than all the ones that were. And they also do horrible things to them. Ignore all that. Again, we love ignoring things. Ignore that. I say thanks. Just be finally famous. Just wait and see. You won't be famous. Hear this whole dysphoria is fear mentality and make real art that I like. Though ignore the fact that art is expression on paper or on other things. Ignore all that because that makes it art. And gritting teeth emoji. Someone said before it's a mental illness, so it's fear. Says heckler. Laughing a bit off. It is dysphoria isn't fear, lol. Because I say it ain't. Ignore the fact that I know that this person is deathly afraid of being seen as something that they don't want to be seen as. That's why they just lie and disguise themselves as the opposite of biological sex. Ignore that. Let's go. Someone says, careful now. Being sensible can melt heroes' brave if you aren't careful. I know that. Like, transgenderism is not sensible. Like, cisgenderism is sensible. Because I say it's not. It was an instant reaction. The transgender lifestyle is not sensible. But the uncomfortable gender lifestyle is because it's talking about reality. This is the body you get. That's the shape you get. That's the size you get. That's the color you get. Those are the workers you get. So that's sensible. The transgender lifestyle is ignore the shape you get. Ignore the size you get. Ignore the color you get. Ignore the reproductive organs you get. Lie and say that you're the opposite. Because it's not sensible. Figure some way to get people to treat you better through any means necessary. Let's go. No, not cool. How? This is the body I was born with, and I believe that there's no need to change it. Sensible. So you need to change it, Roddy. It's a sin not to. According to a fallible human who doesn't understand, who doesn't know about sin, who's giving in to sin and not going against it. That's really sad. Your main hero is really the female body model. Okay, yeah, this one was fun because you had how much time do I have? Well, fine. You have our hero, our heckler. There's a dude who wants to be a girl. Basically hating on the female body model character I made just to show off the physical female body. Okay. But they don't say anything about the male human body model. So it's kind of a double standard there. It's just like, well, feminism, Karenism, all this stuff. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you use that? How dare you call this thing that's basically a female human body a female human body. What's you think that's what later you'll want to see that.